Today we're going to use our KitchenAid mixers to make some pizza dough. Rick's going to make some, I'm going to make some, and we're going to make a couple of different kinds of pizzas. So come on over, Rick, and we'll get started.
Me? I'm hungry.
Come on in here.
I'm hungry now. How long is it going to take?
It's going to take a little while. I'm going to...
Hello, everybody. You like mine? I like mine.
Okay. So I thought I would show you my favorite recipe that I've been using since I had my first KitchenAid mixer, and that was like 1983. Okay? So I used this book. When I was a young kid, I bought this pizza dough recipe book. And it has all kinds of pizza in it.
They had books back then?
Well, yeah. You know, it's funny
Slate. It's on slate.
I treasured that book because I was in a book club and I got a book every month, and that's the one I chose for this one particular month, and I loved it ever since. But you know what, back in 1983 it cost $18.95. That was an expensive book, but we got our use out of it. Anyway, it has lots of recipes for different kinds of pizzas. Look at some of those.
Go ahead.
Ooh, they look good, don't they?
Yeah. They have meat on them?
Oh yeah, lots of them have meat on. But there's one basic pizza dough recipe in here, and that's what I was going to show you. This book is still online, believe it or not, and it's still available. So anyway, we're going to try both making the same pizza dough recipe, okay? And I'm not sure your head's in the video.
No, that's not getting down.
Oh, push it up.
But when I get started,
Okay.
when we get started, I'll move it.
Okay. All right, so we're going to start with a bowl, and we're going to put some warm water in it, and we're going to make the yeast start to work. So to do that, we're going to use 1 cup of...
Wait, what kind of pizza are you going to make?
Oh.
Wait, I'm going to make one for my channel. I'll say that.
Oh yeah, explain that. Explain how we're going to do the pizzas.
Well, I'm here because she showed me how to make pizza dough, because I never made it before in a mixer like this. And she wants to make pan pizzas, right? So 2 pans like
right,
this.
I'm making them in the stoneware.
You know what I'm gonna make? I'm gonna make a grandpa pie! Finally, on my channel. I'm gonna make it square like Grandma made it, like we got it at the restaurant a few times. And that grandpa pie will be on my channel.
Where are you going to bake it?
Oh, I'm gonna bake it in the new Kasori air fryer oven. Are you gonna use that too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how easy is this to make?
Well, in this video, we're not actually going to bake the pizzas. We're going to make separate videos, one on his channel, one on mine.
We're gonna make the dough.
And that'll be later on.
Can we make, like, after we make this dough, could we have turned it into a loaf of bread?
Well, possibly. We could do some rolls and things like that. Okay?
I mean, it would be the same recipe that they would follow.
Well, you know, all kinds of
All right,
recipes
we'll
are
make a
different.
pizza dough.
Yeah, pizza dough for today.
Pizza dough!
All right, so the first step is to get the yeast going and starting to work in some warm water. So to do that, we're going to each take 1 cup of warm water, and it should be like 110 degrees, but we don't usually measure that temperature. What I like to do is just see, like, if you were going to step into a nice warm bath, that's the temperature you want it to be. If it's too hot, it'll kill the yeast. If it's not hot enough, it won't start to do its job and come alive. Okay, so we're going to get 2 cups of warm water, and then...
First? Okay.
And then I want to show you the difference between the 2 types of yeast. There's active original yeast, and there's rapid rise yeast. So the difference for this recipe would be that if we use the regular one, then we're going to have about 1.5 hours time while it's rising. If we use the rapid rise, then we're going to have 45 minutes of rising time. So since Rick's always hungry,
Yeah.
sooner rather than later, we're going to both use the fast-acting yeast. Okay?
And how long will that take? It has to rise.
That takes 45 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can go with that, right?
Yeah.
Let's get us each a nice warm water.
We need 1 cup.
1 cup.
Each, right?
Right.
One at a time. And put it right in the bowl?
Yeah, right in the bowl.
Put it in the bowl.
And when we get the warm water in the bowl, we're going to put in 1 teaspoon of sugar, regular white sugar.
1 cup.
Does it feel like your bath water?
Yeah.
When's the last time you actually got a bath? Not a shower, a bath.
Wow. I did get one in this house. Here, you first. 1 cup of warm water.
Okay.
And then me.
All right. Then we'll put a teaspoon of sugar. I'm going to mix the sugar around until it dissolves. And while the water's still warm,
Okay. Now,
we're going to add
this a step.
1 envelope. I have to act quick because the warm water. Okay, so on top of this water, the yeast is floating. We just want to stir it in lightly because this is alive and we don't want to smash it. And as it starts to work, it gets a nice brown foamy surface. And that's how you know it's working. Within 1 minute, you should know whether that yeast is starting to foam and do its job. If you see the bubbles are starting to form, see how they're all starting to come up in the center? That's a nice pack of yeast right there. Good and healthy.
I gotta get mine going, right?
Okay. Okay, Rick has the warm water. Pour in 1 teaspoon of sugar and stir it as quick as you can so it dissolves.
Sugar
Yeah,
or the yeast?
the sugar.
Sugar.
Stir it.
With
It
this?
has to dissolve.
With this?
Yeah. And when it's dissolved,
Okay, looks pretty dissolved.
pour in the yeast.
And stir that
Gently, yes.
gently.
It's
Stir
all,
the yeast,
yeah,
right?
stir the yeast. Once it's mixed, we're going to let it sit.
Here's the sitting, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Are you following along? You say yours was bubbling? Oh, yours is bubbling, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Should be nice and foamy in a matter of about 5 minutes.
Tell if there's a few lumps. They get
Try not
dissolved.
to smash them, just mix
Oh,
them
really?
in. Mm-hmm. So they're a living little.
You have to get these lumps to pull together.
Mm-hmm.
This is easy.
Yeah, that's good. If it's mixed, then let it sit.
Look,
Looks nice. It's nice and light brown, and it'll be foamy.
looks
Okay.
just like yours did.
Okay, you got about 4 minutes to go there.
Now what? Take your hook.
No, no, no.
Come here. We got the hook.
Let me explain the next step. The next step is we're going to measure 3 1/4 cups of flour. Now I used bread flour today. That's what I prefer to use for pizza dough. We can
Okay.
use it, or you can also use regular flour. I pre-measured 3 1/4 cups of flour for both of us,
Oh, okay.
but
Right.
but we're only going to use 3 cups to start. The last 1/4 cup we're going to save to make sure the dough is the perfect consistency. So we're going to check it at the end and make sure if it's sticky, we're going to add the rest of the flour. If it's dry and crackly, we're going to add a little more water. That's how we're going to adjust. So bread flour is measured. We're going to wait the 5 minutes for this. Then we're going to add a little bit of salt, teaspoon of salt, and mix the dough with the flat beater.
Okay, so pour our doughs in now.
No, we're waiting for the yeast to continue to work.
So how long is that?
A total of 5 minutes.
Oh, did you time it?
Yes.
Well, yours was done a minute before mine.
Yeah, it's not quite done yet.
Should we start a little more?
No, just let it. Just let it bubble.
Okay.
And then I'll explain further. We're going to take some glass bowls here we have in the background. And we're going to add a 1/4 cup of olive oil. And we can do that right now.
Okay.
We're just going to add olive oil to our bowls.
So it's a 1/4 cup? Oh, you measured it already.
Yeah.
Pour it in. That's easy.
And when we get the dough out of the mixing bowl, then we're going to turn it over into the bowl so that it's oiled on all sides, and then cover it and let it sit to rise. So easy, right?
Yep. I can't wait to turn my mixer on.
I know, it's almost ready. Look how this changed.
Yeah. Mine's getting like that too.
Yep, a little more foam. I would also like to say that in this cookbook it explains that you can use this dough for thin crust, thick crust, if you're making a double layer pizza, or you're making a stromboli, or you know, all the kind of things that you would use pizza dough. This dough mixture that we're doing today is a good recipe for all that.
I'm going to make a thin crust, grandma style, but grandpa pizza, because grandpa's going to make it. And if you know about the grandma pie, they make it quick, they make it thin, and with olive oil and crispy, hopefully, and they take whatever ingredients they have around that might be good on it, like stewed tomatoes or pieces of tomatoes or herbs. And,
Yeah, can't wait to try that.
but Grandpa would probably put meat on his.
We've tried some good grandma pie, so you know
I
what
guess
to
I'll-
do.
Yeah, I guess I'll get 4 good slices out of that.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
going to fit in the...
Yeah, you know how to do it. And in my pizzas, I'm going to make a cremini white pizza. Oh boy, is that going to be good. I have some nice cremini mushrooms.
Oh.
I'm going to use ricotta cheese and mozzarella. Oh, it's going to be so good.
Sounds alright.
Yeah.
Right now, anything sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, now I think we can start moving on these.
Okay. Can we get a close-up of that?
Okay, good idea. Okay, now I just wanted, I'll show you how nice and foamy this is. Look at how that developed. And that's perfectly ready to go.
Still alive?
Still alive.
Okay.
So we're going to add a teaspoon of salt. Teaspoon of salt. And we're going to start adding the dry ingredients, and we're going to mix them with the flat beater. So let's just get a little bit started here.
No pepper?
No pepper.
Can I do mine? Mine looks just like yours now.
Put a teaspoon of salt in there.
Okay.
I'm going to slowly add this flour as it mixes. Remember to reserve a 1/4 cup, okay? Just about, use your eyeball.
What speed do you want?
Medium speed.
Where's that?
Go start slow and go up to medium. There you go. And lock it down because it's going to...
It's locked. Yours locked?
Yep, the dough gets strong there.
Say a 1/4 cup.
You're saving a 1/4 cup.
Woohoo!
Not much.
I love it.
Oh, my
Why is yours doing that? Oh, as it gets heavy, huh? Maybe we need to hook about this time.
Well, when all the flour gets incorporated and it's almost done,
Ah, you got a dough ball. Yeah.
then we're going to change the dough hook. So pull the dough off of your beater.
And put the dough hook in. Mine's ready now too, right?
Yep, you can do it too.
Yeah, I can cheat. I get to use the hook for the first time.
Yeah, that's
Bring in the
exciting,
hook.
right?
Oh, where am I?
Hook.
Think that's a 1/4 cup that I saved?
Yeah, you got it.
When might we need this? While we're doing it by
We
hand?
have to check if it's sticky or not. Now, lock it down and put it very slow with the dough hook. This is kneading it now. This is the part that you don't have to do with your hands anymore if you have a nice stand mixer,
See
right?
if olive oil with my hand. Oh,
And we're going to do this for about 5 minutes.
okay. It's my first time. Lock it down.
Lock it down.
Put it on. Oh, yours is going good. Low? Slow?
Yeah, do it slow. It's kneading.
Hey, meeting. Dueling KitchenAids. Nice.
It's
Okay.
starting to go into a ball, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't that feel nice on
See?
your hands when you don't have to do it with your hands?
Yeah. 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to shut this off now. Keep going. What I want to show you is we have a nice ball.
That's not
Now,
stick to your hand?
well, we want to make sure that's how we know if we have to add more
Oh,
flour.
okay.
So take a pinch, and if it feels exactly like this, it's perfect.
Really?
But if it's real sticky and sticks to your fingers, which it doesn't, then you could add more flour. If it's breaking apart, you could add a little bit of water, a teaspoon at a time. But in the meantime, all you want to do here is shape it into a ball.
My turn?
Yeah, take yours out. See if it's going to stick together there. I'm sorry.
Like that? Oh, it's a hook. It's a dough hook. Roll into balls and stick in my fingers?
Yeah, a little bit.
What? You said roll into a ball, right?
Let's see how the ball feels. Yep, I think yours is a little more sticky. So add a little more flour.
I'm a failure.
No, you're making it perfect. You have control.
Grandpa's pie. Oh, that's
Okay.
freed it up a little.
Yeah, so get it going a little. Yeah, it's kneading that flour right in. In the meantime, I'm going to take my ball here and we're going to oil it. Well, I'm just going to move over to show them the camera. So you take that little bit of olive oil that you have in the bowl and you just put it in and roll it around so that all the sides are covered with olive oil. And that prevents from having a crusty, breaking crust. It'll be nice and smooth when we're ready to form it into a pizza dough. All right, now that's all we have to do, and cover it up. How's yours looking there, Rick?
Well, what do you think?
Oh yeah, that's looking better. Just
Try it again, or do we
make it go fast for a little second.
Make it go fast on yours?
Okay, then take it out. I think that looks great. See how it comes off the hook this time without much trouble?
Yeah.
Okay, get it into a ball. Patty cake.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, see the difference?
Cauliflower.
Now, see if you pinch it, now it's not sticking to your fingers, right?
No.
No, that's perfect.
See, we learned something.
Mm-hmm.
Done with our mixers?
Now you gotta oil it in the bowl.
Thank you, mixer. Don't matter if we have like seams here.
No,
Put it in my bowl.
put it in the bowl.
Put oil on all sides. Should I still roll it when I have oil on it, or just
Just get it in the bowl and roll it over.
put oil on all the sides, right?
Yeah, you just want to make sure it has oil all around.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be good. I'm gonna olive oil my pan too.
Okay,
so
now
I want this thin and
Just
crispy.
sit
That's
it on. Yep, and then we have to cover it with something to keep the
Like towel
moisture
or-
from evaporating.
Well, ideal would be saran wrap, right, or something.
Yeah,
But just to keep the moisture out?
Yep.
This is gonna raise, right?
Yes, it's going to double in size.
A foil or a towel? People use kitchen towel. There's your brand new towels. Cover them up.
Yep, just going to cover them up.
Remember, mine's the blue one.
Our kitchen's nice and warm now. We don't want to have them like sitting in a hot oven or anything because it'll kill the yeast. But we want a nice warm place, like our kitchen feels right now, really nice.
73 degrees.
So we'll be back in 45 minutes. And
what time
we'll
it is.
show you how the pizza dough looks. And
get ready to start baking pizzas.
yeah.
But this is how to make pizza dough with your KitchenAid mixers.
You know what else I wanted to say? This book had in some information about how much pizza is consumed in the world, in the country and stuff like that. In 1987, it said the average person consumed 23 pounds of pizza in a year. And
I don't even know if I eat that much.
imagine how much you eat.
Not
If that's
23
the average
pounds.
person, oh my
What's
gosh.
a pizza? Probably 2 or 3 pounds?
And well, they say that adds up to about 46 slices. You do polish
I
off
don't
that
know.
much. pizza. Okay, but I
We're gonna have
thought,
to start
okay,
keeping
that
count.
was 30 some years ago. So what is it today? So I did some research, and it said the average person last year averages 23 pounds of pizza, the same as it
Really?
was 30 years ago. That's funny, isn't it? Okay.
All right,
That's
so
just a tidbit.
you gotta wait 45 minutes, right?
Right,
We
then we'll
check
be
the
back
time.
and check it out.
All right.
Okay, so that's how you make the pizza dough. Let's take a look. It's been rising. Oh, nice.
Looks like mashed potatoes.
Yeah, that looks nice. So you touch it. Look at that.
Ooh.
So that's how you make the pizza dough.
And you're gonna split yours in half? You can make one big pizza though. Huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna cut this in half and make 2 smaller ones.
Is it gonna flop? Are you supposed to punch it down? Olive oil. See?
Only if you're
Ooh.
gonna let it rise again.
Okay, so. Nice. I like it.
Okay, Rick's gonna make the next pizza. Follow to his video and you'll see him making a
Grandpa pie!
and then later on, after he's done with that, follow back to my channel and you'll see the white cremini deep dish pizza. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. But we're both gonna use the new Kasori air fryer oven.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I might as well warm it up now. Okay.
okay, thanks for being here and helping us make this pizza dough.
Check out my grandpa pie. All right. Okay.
See you later.
See ya.